Hello everyone, this is the 10th weekly update for Citybound. As you can see, this is the first update where you can see me, and although talking to a camera is even weirder than talking to a microphone, I think I will get over that. Also, I pre-recorded this in the afternoon so that we have some daylight. That means that I can't tell you exactly what I will show you later, but I can just talk about the general topic. And the general topic today is spaghetti. Why spaghetti? Well, because up until now, roads in Citybound have been straight like an uncooked spaghetti. And today that will change. More importantly, I want the player to be able to create all kinds of crazy road and intersection configurations, and the holy grail of that is of course the spaghetti junction, of which there are many examples in the real world. Also, I just really like spaghetti. They've provided me with easy to use nutrition for years and will do so for many more years. Speaking of easy to use, this was really the main goal that I had in mind for the new road system. Instead of dozens of complicated tools and sub-tools that only intersection nerds would understand, I wanted one simple tool that would cover all possible things that you ever want to do with the road system, but that would still be easy to use, and that would be efficient for the most common use cases, but that would still allow you to get more detailed control whenever desired. As you can imagine, this is easier said than done, and I spent a lot of time thinking about the problem. First, I had to figure out a simple but universal way to represent road networks in the code. In the old code, roads and intersections were fundamentally different things, which led to a lot of complications, both in the road laying user interface as well as in the traffic simulation. But after a lot of almost zen-like meditation about roads and intersections, I attained enlightenment and came to the conclusion that you shouldn't see roads and intersections as different things, but rather that they can be seen as this one big interconnected system of lanes. If I now give the player the opportunity to manipulate these lanes individually or in groups, I would have exactly the tool that I wanted. I then spent some time thinking about a potential user interaction design that would support that, and I figured out all the geometric problems that were involved, keeping in mind that everything could be curved now. So that's a theory. Let's see what I actually implemented already.
Alright, so now I will show you the prototype of the new road tool. First I will show you the basic usage, what you can do with it, and then we will actually use it to build a whole cloverleaf interchange as an example. So let's get started. If I just use the road tool like before, you can see that it looks pretty much similar to before. There are some small differences, like the lanes are now separate. This is only to distinguish them better for this video, because I haven't added road decorations yet. And for a similar reason, there are these yellow arrows that show the directionality of each lane, which was mainly to help me with the development, but it will also help us in this video to distinguish things. So what can I do now? I can of course connect new roads to the old road, and as you can see, these roads can now be curved. If I hold shift, I can create straight roads from the last point, and I can also do stuff like this, where it will figure out a smart way how to connect these roads. So that's basic road connection, but of course one of the most important things of the new system is that we can now take control over individual lanes. So how would we add lanes to this road, for example? To do that, we can use these snapping points that are next to each road section ending. And for example, if we want to add a lane here, we can simply connect these two to get a new lane. And we can then continue this lane over here. We can also do other stuff like split the lane off or join a lane to this road and then continue from there. If we now continue this road here, it detects that it is now a 3-lane road and will continue to draw it as a 3-lane road. Alright, so that's the basic usage. Let's take a look how we can build a whole cloverleaf interchange with this system. To build the cloverleaf interchange, let's start by creating a 4-lane highway that goes like this, and another one that crosses it. Obviously, the whole system is only 2-dimensional so far, so you have to imagine the 3rd dimension. And then let's continue these, use shift to make them straight. Continue this as well. Maybe for this one we can add a little bit of a curve like this. And a little bit of a curve like that. Now in the middle, let's actually delete these again because we want several sections here. So let's subdivide it like this. And let's also subdivide the other one. That's a little ugly. Let's try that again. Alright, so now let's add the actual on and off ramps. We can do that by dragging from here and dragging from here. Then hopefully connecting them in a nice way. That looks pretty good. Let's continue on this side. Whoops. Sometimes it's still a little finicky because often there are situations that aren't geometrically unique. So you get weird stuff happening. But let's just continue adding these. Alright, like that. Connect the two. Not really the most beautiful cloverleaf interchange, but I think you get the idea. These two. Alright, now we can add... Yeah, let's try anyways. Now we can add the off-ramps that go around these ones. So here we have to get a little creative. But it looks like it will work out okay-ish. This won't be the most driver-friendly interchange as well, but what the hell. Also, you might be noticing during me drawing this that there are some scenarios where it doesn't know yet how to connect the two, so I have to add a little more sections and then connect them by hand, like here for example. But all in all, it's already working pretty well. Let's connect these here. And then we should be done with our cloverleaf interchange. Alright, so that's our interchange. Obviously there's still a lot of stuff missing from the system. For example, it doesn't do intersections automatically at all. That would be nice to have, because at the moment we have to do everything by hand, but At least the standard cases of like a T intersection or a four-way intersection could be done automatically. Also, there aren't really merging or forking lanes yet. You can see that all the lanes that we have here run in parallel. Yeah, we can split them off, but they never actually join into another lane. They just run next to it, but that also is really easy to add. Most importantly, what's missing is the integration with the existing game systems, such as the traffic simulation or the procedural building generation. But again, because these systems are already in place, it should be pretty easy to adapt them to the new road system. Well, actually the traffic simulation might be more work, because now I have to add new behaviors for the cars to handle multi-lane traffic. So let's see how long that will take me.
Alright, I hope you now have at least an impression of the new road construction system and what it will be like, but as always, a lot is still missing. And yes, it will eventually have probably all of the features that you wanted to have, but right now this is only the beginning. Nevertheless, please leave me your comments and feedback down below in the comment section or wherever else I posted this. Thank you all for watching and see you all next week.